Okay, so we'll do a bit of a tutorial in depth on the touchscreen controls and some of the features. We're going to a little detail here. So number one, I want to wake it up in the morning. We're ready to use it. The basics, you know, it's going to turn on. We've already got the lights already set on, and so the main power switch was on. Just from a main screen dashboard here, we've got our temperature and then our humidity display. So it's always going to display humidity to let you know how much humidity is in that food or in the environment, sort of thing. So it's good to have less humidity for fried food, crispy food. And then when we want moist food, you may have 20-30% in there. So from a temperature perspective, just the basics of setting it, your set point's going to be down here. Right now we already had this one running, so like if I want to set it to 170, I can go down. If I want to do larger increments and bump up and go to 150, let's say, and just hit apply and I can jump, and that's going to change it there. It's always going to tell you what the set point or what the actual is in the cabinet. Some of the features that are built into it. So I'll start first with the presets. So there's these quick access buttons you can go to. We've got timers, alarms, settings, auto power, the presets, and the user lockout feature. So from a preset perspective, that I can only get to that from that screen, and we have them in here so I can hold moist or crispy food. There's preloaded items in here. So from a moist perspective, we have some suggestions. These can be changed and edited. So if I wanted to hold baked or broiled fish at say 170 degrees, I could go in and edit that. I can edit that one, put it up to say 170, hit apply, and it's going to change that. And now if I want it to, I won't do that one. We'll show you. But we got a whole bunch of different ones in here, and a lot of foods are recommended holding at the same temperature. From a crispy perspective, I can just go in. Fried chicken, I want to be 175. I hit apply. That's what we're holding today, and it's going to tell you fried chicken, chicken tenders, strips, nuggets, and it sets that. So that gives you the ability to consistently hold at the right temperatures for whatever your settings are and what your operation is. The other thing I can do within those presets, if I wanted to wipe this out and put different categories in there, I could do that. I can also change all the categories within. So like, for example, if I wanted to edit and I want to add one, I can add other and apply. And now I have moist, crispy, and other. And I could customize that to whatever I want, okay? So we'll go to the settings tab now and go through a couple of the other ones. So temperature, scale, and language, pretty straightforward if I want to change it to centigrade or Fahrenheit. And then the other neat thing here is the language, so I can change. So we'll put this into French for a second, and then you'll see, it's all in French now. So that's great for other parts of the country. Let's go back there. I want to go back to English because that's my primary language that I understand. So you could do that. The date and time, very, very, very straightforward. You can do different date formats, whether that's a month, day, year, or day, month, year. I can do a 24-hour clock or a 12-hour clock. Pretty straightforward. From an alarm perspective, so I can set my low temperature alarm. Right now I have it set at 140, that's where I want it. If I make that active, and then I've got volume here, so I could be up or down, more or less. You can mute it. Some of the things like the timers will flash if you don't want to, if you think that's annoying and you don't want the noise in your kitchen. From a perspective of the control lock, this is a good feature. If I want to put it on, I believe the code that we have in this one's 1969 maybe. So I hit enter. And now, so that gives me access to everything. So I can give access to any of these features that I want or to none. So I don't want anyone to change the temperature. I don't want to change any settings on this. I just, want the manager to be able to do that. Sorry, I want to hit apply. And now, this is not active. Only the things that are colored are active. I can go back home, but I can't really do anything. I'm going to go back into those settings. I'm going to turn them off. It's going to require my code, right? So 1969. Oh, Sorry. Hit enter. And I want it off and apply. So now it's back to normal, and everything's active. From a perspective of the timers, they're really neat. It's one of the best features in here, one of the most valuable for some of the operators that use these. The chain restaurants, they usually want to hold their food for a given period of time. But there's two different ways. So I turn them on. I can select up to 8 levels because the biggest cabinet has up to 8 levels if you have all slides in them. In this one here, I have 3 levels. So today I'm gonna pick 3. I'm gonna hit next, and then you can see here. This bottom pan, I have a single pan that I would have taken out of the oven and put in there. I want to put 1. On the top, you know, I could have 1, 2, or 3 levels. So you could have up to 3 levels, 3 pans per level set, or just a single pan. If I wanted to, I'll show you the count up first. This is the countdown timers. The count up, you know, you basically just set them, hit apply. I come home. Go back to the home screen. Let's go back into those for a second. On, next, count up, hit apply. So now my timers are active, and all these are going to do, once I start them up, the first one I start up is always going to be orange, and that would tell you that's the oldest timer. So really, you're just counting up indefinitely. Could be a first in, first out type of thing. Let's go back into there. I'm going to cancel those. Go next. Same settings. This time we're going to count down. So right now we got them all set at different temperatures. I could select. They're all selected right now. So let's just move that down to 30 minutes. Like I said earlier, a lot of people only hold for 30 minutes. So I can set them all for 30 minutes. I can also change these numbers. So I want this yellow one, for example. It's just color coding to tell you if it's getting close. So at 10 minutes, I want it to turn yellow. And the red one, I want it to turn red at 2 minutes, let's say. I'm going to hit apply. And now my timers are active again. And I want to start that one first. Now it's going to count down from 30 minutes. And we can get them all going. And eventually, once it gets down into the yellow range, it'll turn yellow. When it gets to the red, it'll turn red. And then once it expires, it'll beep and flash and show the customer that it's time to remove that food and get rid of it if it's not consumed yet. I'll go back home here. I mentioned auto power. This is basically, you know, I can pick any day of the week. I can have an auto on feature, auto off feature, and set those so that, you know, you might want your cabinet to start heating up in the morning at 8 o'clock, and then to turn off at, say, you know, 8 o'clock at night or whatnot. So you can automate that, make it simple. I mentioned help and training. So this is just a nice QR code you can scan. It'll go to the user manual. It'll go to some videos, some help videos and different functions, maybe new firmware that you might want to put on your cabinet if we do any updates. And then lastly, we have a cabinet info button. So I can enter my serial number. It's got this SW status. That stands for single wire interface status. So that's the controls are modular. Just tells you that everything's talking to each other. So if the cabinet, if there's something wrong with it, that could be an indicator that, say, the temperature sensor was bad or the air relay was bad. It'll tell you if one of those components are not functioning right. I can do a factory reset to bring it back to the original settings. And then lastly, one of the most important features is going to be the USB feature. So I might want to set my timers. I may want to reprogram my presets. I can save those settings. So I can do it on one machine and put it on another one, or send it to another store via email, and they can load that on. So they can load it on via the USB port. So, you know, I would save it on this machine and load on another one. It's also got HACCP information, so it's recording time and temperature in the cabinet every couple minutes for up to 30 days. I can get a download of that through the USB port, and it's also got a format USB. If it's not in the right format, you can format the product. So, basically that's a quick overview of the controls, and nice vibrant screen, lots of additional features for the customer.